Hey, Shalom, Akim. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Bahashim Kakodash. Of course, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, taught us his truth, who rule well. This is Naaman. And this article is from the WCCO Radio Newsroom, all right? WCCOradio.radio.com. And this is something that, these riots and things have been going on for the past week in different cities throughout the country, all right, in response to the George Floyd murder up there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So the thing is, wow, there's so much going on, and our people, the vast majority of our people, I should say, just are so used to taking things at face value. They've been trained that way, all right? You've got to look beyond, all right? Ask certain questions that might not be comfortable, all right? Because this is about us, all right? We are the Israelites of the Bible, all right? And all these things that are being done in order to keep us from becoming a nation again. First Psalms 83rd chapter. I'll get to that a little later on, all right? But let's go right into it. It says, this is from a Edomite supremacist. Nobody's white. It says, Edomite supremacist expert. It says, the goal is to create chaos. Hey, this man's losing his power, all right? He's going to do everything he can to try to keep on top. So it should come as no surprise. But a lot of us still believe in that plantation Christianity doctrine, all right? It's in them. The only way that that's going to be solved, that issue is going to be solved, is through death, all right? They're never going to get it. And for those of us that do, hey, again, that's just more people against us. That's our own, but that's prophecy also. It says University of St. Thomas Associate Dean Lisa Waldner, who has studied so-called white supremacy and the anarchist movement in America, said it in an interview with WCCO Radio that the goal of many of the people involved in the destruction of Minneapolis is to create chaos in an attempt to push their own separate agendas. All right? It says, the goal is to create chaos. And she poses a question. Why would people of color burn down the businesses they often frequent? Now, unless you're living under a rock, you've seen, at least on social media, you got to consider that your run-of-the-mill news stations may not have told you about these provocateurs. And this one, where was it? Was it in Minneapolis? Yeah, it was. Dressed in black, had a respirator mask on, big hat, and an umbrella. Going around smashing the windows out of the AutoZone. The people were like, what the hell are you doing? But see, that's the thing. That's done on purpose because our people have been trying to think of the phrase, Esau's weaponized the media to the extent where it was constantly broadcast over the airways. You see Jake always getting locked up off of petty stuff. We were made to be the bad guy. As Al Pacino said in Scarface, said, you need me to be the bad guy, So that's what they have done. Made Jake the face of crime. All right. So it doesn't take much to go, start, hey, a lot of our people they're just never going to get it. All right. And there's been much damage done through the music industry, through you know, further damaging the image of our people in other areas. All right, all this was done on purpose. And now when the least simple thing goes on, that, you know, one person amongst us does it, everybody's guilty. All right, again, that was strategy on Esau Edom, the so-called white man's part. All right, and it worked to perfection. But people have started to see through that. And now they're starting to notice the instigators. That's why things have sped up to the point. This man is being revealed. He's got to hurry up with his agenda. So things are moving quickly. All right. Continuing on, it says state and community leaders have been repeating this sentiment all day Saturday, urging protesters to be home by the 8 p.m. curfew to weed out the good protesters from those trying to distract attention away from their cause with more destruction. All right, let's go straight to the scriptures. All right, let's go to Psalms. Let's see, 36 and 4. This is about our enemy, our arch enemy. All right, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. It says he devises, we're talking about a whole nation here, Edom. He devises mischief upon his bed. He saith himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. All right. He abhorreth not evil, because he's set up to be the wicked. There's no righteousness in him. If he does something, he does it by accident, or he's got ulterior motives. It says, Waldner said people need to stop blaming the George Floyd protesters for the fires and looting, adding most of the protesters are showing up to do so peacefully. There were people out there with knowledge in how to do this and how to do this quickly. All right. Moving forward, she encouraged listeners to have a conversation with someone different from them instead of pointing fingers. I think we'll learn that we're all more alike than different, she said. All right. And that's that on as far as the article goes. But the thing is, they are so right. You know, these people need this. All right. They need this contention. Again, this is all in an effort because they want Jake to go off. You know, at least maybe a couple of months now that we've known that various National Guard troops have been staged in the major cities throughout the country, as if in anticipation of something like, all right. There's all kinds of things going on here at the same time. But, all right, we know that ultimately it's not going to be in Jake's interest. Again, this man is trying to push forth his agenda, all right? And first, everything is going, he's trying to get everything go digital, and he's trying to get this vaccine up and going, and this chip, all right? Let's get some more scriptures. This is, here's another. This is going to be Psalms, still staying in Psalms. 64. I'll start at second verse. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. This is David's prayer. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Again, what did I say about weaponizing the media? That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who's the perfect? The Israelites. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, Salakia. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They actually think they really are doing this, and the Most High can't see them. 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. They're trying to set this up to, with this 5G and everything, where they try to know everything about you. Again, We're in the time of 2 Thessalonians. This devil is being revealed for who and what he's trying to, who he is and what he's trying to do. He's trying to set himself up to be as the Most High, to seat in the seat of the Most High. Isaiah 14 chapter. All right. 7. But the Most High Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. All right. Let's go back. Still in Psalms. This is Psalms 38. Going down to 12. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things and imagine deceits all the day long. Deceits all the day long. Let's go into that real quick. Deceits. Strong's H 4820. Marama. Treachery. And that's all he's got, in the sense of deceiving, fraud, craft, guile, subtlety. Interesting word. Genesis 3rd chapter. What? About the serpent? There you go. Got to connect those dots. All right. Let's go back to the article. Well, because I want to get some comments real quick, because I want to go to another article I got. Well, I told you he got to hurry up and do this. It says, and that's why the cowards wear masks. They don't want their mommies to recognize them. All right. That is true. The Illuminati, who runs the government, created this chaos in order to bring in a in a military and police state. Totalitarian is what I was. State, so the new world order will begin, and all of us on permanent total lockdown into the right. Okay, whatever. Went off in the last part of that. All right. Again, problem, reaction, and the solution. Hegelian dialectic. All right. I believe it was here because the news program I was watching kept going from city to city, but I believe it was here in the DC area that some Jakes were like, because you had some Moabites that were spray painting on the wall and on the boarded up windows of a business, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And what they were writing, like, something, kill the police, something. And the people, the Jake woman, she was like, they're not going to associate you with this, with your writing, when they report this. Our faces are going to come in. And again, going back to what I opened up with, this is being done on purpose. What I want to get to now, I want to go get to, because, oops, there's an expression. I got to close this out. Charles Manson said, all right, and all this is just to cause confusion. Now, originally, he got this from a Beatles song, Helter, Skelter, but he put his own twist on it. All right, let's see. Let's get the definition from Merriam-Webster's. It says, definition of Helter, Skelter. And some of these white supremacist manifestos, I believe one is the Turner Diaries, where they go into this, and about starting a race war. Again, it's confusion. It's as a distraction. It says an undue haste, confusion, or disorder. All right? A disorderly confusion, confusedly hurried, all right, to give the appearance of just people, as it says here, synonyms: amok, berserk, all right, hectically, madly, pell-mell, wildly, frenetically, all right, frantically, all right, but there's a deeper purpose behind it, all right, because they've learned how to trigger Jake, all right, they know how to push Jake's buttons. They become expert at it, all right. Let's see if I have anything else. That's why any of our people that you're around that talk about they want to stay here and build businesses and just you gotta just get away from people like that, okay? Their wake-up call is coming. It's coming. And again, all this goes back to what? Keeping us from becoming a nation. They know exactly, for the most part, what they're doing, but again, these are people that have nothing to do with the Most High and His people other than being the wicked, all right? This is Psalms 83:2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Here it go. The tabernacles of Edom, so-called white people, and the Ishmaelites, Arabs, of Moab, what we call Chinese today, and the Hagarenes, all right, Hamites, Gebal, Ammon, all right, so-called Japanese of the day, and Amalek, all right. These are the ones that constitute the majority of your imposter Jewish people, all right. The Philistines, all right, more Hamites, with the inhabitants of Tyre, more Hamites, all right. So those are the list of the primary enemies, starting with our chief one, Edom, all right. Those are the ones that have conspired against us. This is Psalms, staying in Psalms again, 35. Let's see. And 20, it says, for they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. All right, so I'm going to end it right there. So once again, article from WCCOradio.com. All right, it says white supremacist expert. The goal is to create chaos. All right, and that's what they have done. All right. Now we're getting into this phase where you're starting to see lines being drawn. You've got some instances where cops, police, are going against the police. Again, the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Isaiah 19:2. This is the Most High at work. All right. So things, like I said, are picking up. They're moving quickly. All right, because I got word that this vaccine is close to completion. I mean, this is a rush job, clearly. And of course, you've got the possibility too that they've had it all along for whatever is out there. All right, so with that, again, I hope whoever reviews this is edified. All right. So with that, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Kakodash, double honors. Of course, go out to the apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Salutations to Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity, while trying to wake up the hope of the elect. So with that, Shalom, Akim.